Good morning, everyone. It is now Friday the 9th of January, and I am a little bit of a later start today. There was no 9 a.m. wake up today. However, I am starting my day a little bit later because I had such a good sleep. The travel and everything really caught up to me, but I am in a good mood. I'm wearing my new hat, look, my new hat from the Shelburne, and basically, right now, I need to do my wake up drinks. So, even though we're not in a hotel no more, I can't get on that phone and be like, are you gonna call me sir or ma'am today? Who am I gonna call? Why don't you just call Taylor up? As Kris Jenner once said. So, what I need to do. Checklist. Number 1, we need to make our water. Number 2, we need to make our coffee. Now, this is very important because I really do need my ritual of wake up drinks. Now, if you have wake up drink rituals, please let me know because it's very important. It's very important to me to set my day up correctly, okay? Taking this huge lump of ice, putting this in here, and we are gonna have an ice water. Okay, perfect. Now we are going to go and make our coffee. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not happy with someone here. And I don't know if you can see him, but I am not happy with Woody today. So Woody is in this little bit of a mischievous phase, I guess you can say. And in this phase, he is doing absolutely everything he can do, quite possibly, to stress me out. Every morning it is something different, and today he did one of his new favorite things, which is when I woke up, the kitchen sink was on at full blast, and I don't know how long it was going on for. For some reason, he has developed the ability to jump up on the kitchen counter, jump into the sink, turn the sink on, and then he just fucking is probably getting scared of the water and leaves. No worries, bitch. He is pissing me the fuck off with it. Okay, so it is now coffee time. I have changed the water here because I don't know how long this has been sitting for. All right, let's make our little coffee. People were loving this machine, by the way. It's the Sage espresso machine, I think it is called. It's just super handy. It does everything for me, and I like that. Woody also will not stop jumping on the kitchen counter. Like, he will not stop on the kitchen counter. He's pissing me the fuck off with it. And Neve was dog sitting, obviously, and I asked her, was he doing it when she was here? And she was like, he never did that once. Why is he trolling me? He's literally rage baiting me. All right, we are gonna make a double shot today, like always. I'm like Kendra, just singing. Look at that goodness. Woo, she is alive. And again, you know the drill. It is an iced Americano. We are going to put some ice in there, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, that is what I'm talking about. And then we're gonna put this double shot in there. That is some good stuff. And we're gonna fill the rest of it up to water, up to here. Looks amazing. And we're gonna put some sweetener in. By the way, someone asked, do I not put any milk or any flavoring in it? And let me tell you something, I do have vanilla flavoring, which I normally like. And I do also have a bunch of milks in my fridge. The thing is, once I stopped drinking coffee with milk or with like vanilla flavoring, it's kind of hard to go back to it. I don't know what it is. I kind of just like straight up coffee now, which is something I never thought I'd say. Okay, drinks have been made, but before we can consume them, I want to sit at this table. And if I'm sitting at this table, it means that Woody is going to be sitting on this table. So what we're gonna do is make him some food. He literally is right here before he absolutely goes feral on me. And again, Woody, I was telling them, I'm not happy with you. Why do you keep turning the kitchen sink on in the middle of the goddamn night, sir? Why? Anyways, let's make him some food. See, he already knows. So I use a mix of this dry food right here, which he isn't that fussy on. I kind of manipulate him into eating it by putting a layer of this right here. And apparently this is really good for his gut as well, which is great. So I put a layer of that. And then I have some wet food here. This is Shiba. I don't think Shiba is that great, but it's all I have right now. And obviously this is all he's gonna be interested in. As you can see, he truly only cares about this. So I try my best to get all of that out. So I do a layer of that, which he's obviously going to eat. He's gonna immediately start eating that. So then I put some of this dry food, which is good for him, on top of it, which makes him a little bit angry. But it forces him to eat the dry food as well, or he just eats around it. Woody, please be respectful. Please be respectful. So anyways, he is going to eat his food, and he is now a happy boy. And I am going to have my drinks. By the way, our fun drinks don't end there because I do like doing my juices in the morning, so I need to mix these up a little bit. I was talking about these last night. It's like a dairy company does these like wellness juices, so I'm gonna take a swig of each of them on an empty stomach. Now I will be honest, first thing in the morning, these are a little bit crazy, but I think it's better to start it in the morning. All right. That one is done. On to our ginger one. All right. My voice shaking. And then on to our beetroot juice one. Fabulous, we've done it, and now we get to enjoy the drinks that we actually want to drink. All right, cheers for the coffee. Good morning, everyone. There is a cat hair here. You just kind of have to deal with that, you know what I mean? Ooh, that is a beautiful coffee. I really, really, really love, first of all, this coffee is better, in my opinion, than any coffee I got in Dublin. And also, it's better than a majority of coffees that I get day to day in my life. Other than if I go to a really good cafe, then obviously they one-up me. But I don't know, I think it's the process of making it or something, but oh my god, like making my own coffee, I love it. I love it so much. I love starting my mornings kind of like this with all of the animals. You know, Bonnie's currently over there. We will catch up with everyone later. Bonnie's currently chilling, looking out the window. She loves, loves, loves bird watching, but that is because she would like to kill them. And then Dolly is right behind me on the bed down there, and she is just chilling. But basically, that is currently our morning and how the routine goes. Damn, this boy loves his food. He really, really, really loves his food. Good for him. I was sitting thinking today because whenever I woke up, and obviously I wasn't in Dublin, I was back in Brighton, I started thinking about Brighton and how I really do look at it as home now, which is so interesting because when we landed, the pilot was like, welcome to London Gatwick. If London is your home, welcome home. Or if you are visiting, you know, have a good stay. And I really thought about that because London and Brighton have really became such a home base for me now. And obviously, yes, Derry is my home, but I feel like I know my way around Brighton way more than I know my way around Derry. I feel like I know more people in Brighton than I do in Derry. And it's so interesting because I look around at my friends, and I was texting my friend Joy about this, and you know, she lives in Belfast, or she lived in Belfast, she now lives in London, and she was saying that like Belfast feels like home to her even though Derry is home to her because she knows her way around Belfast, she's made her life now there, and also it's like these formative years that we're in, right? And she's like, she's now restarting over in London, and she's really scared and really nervous, and it's a bigger city. I told her, I was like, give it a year or so and you will feel the same way about London. It's so funny how when you really, you know, have to dive into a place, you can really find a sense of home and a sense of community. And obviously it's very hard as well, you know, to be doing those things. I don't want ass and face here. Like, I don't want ass and face. You're gonna have to, yeah, that's perfect. Thank you so much. And anyways, yeah, I think about that with Brighton. And the last time I went home to Derry, so much has changed. Like, so much has changed. It is a completely different city than what I once lived in. And it was kind of like that whenever I was in Ireland a couple days ago. You know, in Belfast, being in the train station and being like, this is all new. Being in Dublin, oh my god, things are constantly changing. You know, I haven't been in these places in so long. But Derry specifically is unrecognizable to me. You know what? I'm happy that Derry is unrecognizable because it needed to change. So many things needed to change. Like, that place was outdated, honey. And let me tell you something, it still is with so much love. But that's because I'm so used to other things now. I'm glad that it is changing. I'm glad that money's being put into it. I'm glad that investments are being made, that new shops, that there's cafes again, that there's shops again, that there's a sense of like a shopping mall community again. Like, these are things that whenever I was growing up in Derry, we had, but then businesses started closing down. Things got too expensive. There was no funding. And then over COVID, all of those things were killed and Derry became a ghost town. Every small business was closed down and Derry is ran on small businesses. And so now Derry has all of these investments. It's looking great. There's more small businesses than ever. There's more businesses than ever. People are just out celebrating. They have options for celebrating. They can have fun. There are clubs now in Derry. Derry, I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you, Derry. I really am. I went out in Derry with my cousin Neve. And yes, I love going out with my cousin. She is a hoot. I went out with her and her London friends who were in Derry. And I was like, oh, where are we gonna go? And she was like, we can go to one of the clubs. And I went, one of the clubs? Baby, there's no clubs. There's no plane, baby, there's no plane. And she went, Adam, there's a couple clubs here. And I went, you're lying. I went, you're bullshitting me. I was like, I know these streets. And she was like, no, you don't. And so she took me to a place that I once knew as a bar. I walk in and it is a full dance floor, multi-level, and I'm like mind blown. Now, the crowd was horrific. Like, the crowd was a place that I would actively avoid. It was very straight man. It was very older straight man and younger straight girl. And I just kind of was like, oh, this is a weird vibe. I'm happy that the club is there, but and then I know that there's another club as well. I think it's called like the Diamond or something, that used to be a place called Granny Annie's, which is where me and my friends would go to underage drink whenever we were in college, because it was like the only place that you could like sneak past the bouncers, or they wouldn't have bouncers before like 9 p.m. It was amazing. But anyways, God, I remember those days. The concept of getting ready for a night out, pre-gaming for a night out, and then meeting up with your friends and not knowing if you were even gonna get into the bar. The thrill of that, like in that moment, I remember thinking like, I can't wait until I never have to do this again. Like, I can't wait to just be able to walk into a bar and a club. And don't get me wrong, that is nice, and I don't miss overall the stress of it. But just to feel that youthful again, I would love to get ready for a night out, be going out at like 8 p.m. because bouncers come on at 9 p.m. and see if I can make my way into a bar or a club. Like, just the thrill of that. Me and my friends did that for years. God, cat hairs everywhere. So there's that club, there's that other club, and then there's a couple other ones sprinkled in. Like, the nightlife scene in Derry has gotten significantly better. The problem with the nightlife in Derry, I don't know if anyone saw my Instagram story whenever I was home, was there is a epidemic, because I don't even know if that's the right word, of taxi driver problems in Derry. I said to my mom that I was considering moving back to Derry, not fully, but like having a place there so I could, you know, have the dogs back home and kind of spend more time with my family and my grandparents and yada, 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 right? Perfect world, perfect world, perfect world. But after a couple nights out and being stranded in the city, I just don't think I could do it. Like, it is such an unsafe city. It's so unsafe to go out in Derry. They have taxi ranks. They don't have Uber. There is no Uber in Derry. There is no such fucking concept as Uber. There are taxi men, right? And there are taxi companies. And you choose one of the taxi companies and you commit to it, right? And the really only way to continue getting a taxi consistently is to like build up a relationship with one of the taxi drivers. Like, it's so fucking weird and corrupt and I hate it so much. So I went out with my cousin that night, and at around midnight, we started to wrap up our night, because in Derry, you wrap up your nights significantly earlier than any place else. Derry, while they are getting clubs and they are getting bars again, and I'm so happy for them, there is a problem with the fact that nightlife closes so early. It just, after COVID, they never reversed it. Like, clubs close so early. It is very, very, very unfortunate. But it is what it is, you know, it is what it is. Do you wanna join us? But anyways, you go to one of these taxi ranks, and so I went to one of the taxi ranks, and there were so many people there. And I asked them how long they had been there for, and they were like, we've been here for a couple hours. And I was like, couple hours? What do you mean? So taxi rank, and then a taxi pulls up, and they say, where are you going? And I was like, oh my God, this is unbelievable. So I waited there for about 40 minutes, and there was no luck. And actually, the reason that I left was because this drunk woman beside us came over. She was with her husband. Her husband clearly was embarrassed by her. God bless her. She's a woman, and she's free, and she's living her life. But she was drunk AF, and she was stumbling and holding me and singing, and I'll never forget, hey, like literally in my ear. And I was like, no worries. So I quickly left that taxi rank and went to the other one, which normally had success. And there were even more people there. And I asked them, how long have you been here for? And they were like, maybe 45 minutes. And I was like, has anyone gotten a taxi? And they're like, no, taxis are driving past us. They're waiting for their like selective people, like their favorite people who they must have built up a relationship with. So fundamentally, you cannot get a taxi. You can't get an Uber, and you also can't get a taxi in Derry past a certain time. So if you're out in Derry past maybe 11 p.m., you are stranded. And now my parents' home is probably an hour away from the clubs and bars. So it's very hard for me to get home anyways, and then add that on. And it's just so frustrating, and it makes me really sad for people in Derry that they have to deal with this, and that there is like this scheme going on, which means that, sorry, he's like scraping the table, which basically means that like, it's like selective on whether you're safe in going home. And again, it's like, this is not a litter box. Like, I don't know why you're scraping, you know what I mean? Like, you're being stupid, right? Like, you're actively being stupid right now. Are you rage baiting me? So anyways, at this second taxi rank, things are getting a little bit high tension, because these taxi drivers are literally just driving past people. Like, they're driving past all of us. And people have been here for ages. It's a cold December night. There are so many women who are like huddled together, like shaking, and because obviously they're wearing like night out clothing and stuff. And it's like, there shouldn't be a reason for these women to be all huddled together, you know, trying to find warmth because taxi drivers just don't want to take them home. Like, that pisses me off so much. It's so unsafe specifically for women, considering as well that they're surrounded by all of these drunk men. Like, that to me, like, if they're not even going to implement Uber because there's some sort of hierarchy scheme with not getting rid of Derry's own taxis, whatever, they should at least implement something truly that is like, maybe women drivers driving women home at the end of the night or something like that. You know what I mean? Because I was talking to these women beside me, and they were a similar age to me, and they were basically saying how often this happens, and sometimes they have to walk home. And it's like, how far are you walking? And they're like 30, 40 minutes. And I'm like, this is just not okay at all. Like, truly, I came home, and so how I ended up getting home was I had to call my dad, and I felt so bad because it was so late at night. He's on his Christmas holidays. He really doesn't get that much time off work. Like, this is his time for sleeping, and I had to call him. By this stage, it was about 2 a.m. because I'd been there for about 2 hours, and I was like, Dad, I'm so sorry. Can you pick me up? And he was like, yeah, of course. So then he has to drive like an hour to then drive me back an hour. I was so annoyed. And so the next day I was actually heading back to Brighton. It was the end of my like Christmas break back home. And my family all came down to kind of say goodbye to me. And I was telling them this, and I was like, genuinely, if I had my way, like, if there's one thing I could advocate for or one thing I could fund in Derry, it would be to fix the taxi situation. But I don't think I ever would, because again, it is a hierarchy scheme with these, you know, dairy companies. They will never hand over to a corporation like Uber or allow one of those to steal jobs from them, even though these motherfuckers don't want to work. Like, they fundamentally don't want to work. The reason that taxis are so hard to get on nights out past 11 p.m. is because the taxi drivers start drinking. Like, they go out. the taxi drivers start drinking from 11 and then they're not taking jobs. And then the ones that are driving around, the few of them, have already agreed to pick up maybe family members or whatever like that. It's bullshit. But if I have my way, not only would I be trying to like change that, but also I would implement some sort of thing that is like women being prioritized at a night out, getting home safe. So women are not walking the streets. So women are not in dangerous situations. I'm not saying that men can't be in dangerous situations. I'm not saying that anyone else can't be in dangerous situations, but I'm saying that there have been too many examples of women on nights out being put in dangerous situations or life-threatening situations. And the fact that like Derry aren't even doing anything to protect that or anything to ensure that they're at least getting home is bonkers. Is bonkers to me. So if I had my way, I would be implementing or creating some sort of company that, and I know there are companies that exist that is like women drivers driving women, but there's none in fucking Derry. And like genuinely, after talking to those women beside me, that would be a priority for me. And also things got so high tension because an Uber or a taxi driver pulled up to the front of the queue. The person at the front of the queue was this guy. He was wearing like a black trench coat, and he goes to get in the car, and the driver pulls down the window and goes, "Hey, stop that, like stop that," or whatever. And the guy goes, what? And then from the other side, the other door opens and a bunch of people skip the queue and get in. This guy knew those. And so this guy in the black coat jumps in front of the car and goes, "What the fuck? I've been here for fucking 45 minutes, whatever." And then the the taxi driver's like, "Get the fuck out of my car, get the fuck." And this guy hits the guy's car and he goes, "I'm gonna fucking kill you." Like, it was, I have a video of it. I swear to God, I'm not lying. You're gonna think that that is a lie. You're genuinely gonna think that that is a lie. I swear to God, this is the truth. This is how bad the taxi situation is in Derry. Oh my God, someone just bought a ticket to my London show. See you there. Okay, I found the video. You might not hear the words specifically, but you'll get the vibe. He's like, "I've stood here for an hour," and then the taxi driver's like, "If you pull my fucking car again, I'll put your fucking head in." Like, what? What are we actually fucking doing? Like, that is so outrageous to me. Like, Brighton, I love you. I love you, Brighton. You know why I love you, Brighton? Because if I ordered an Uber right now, it would be at my front door in 30 fucking seconds. Like, I'm not saying that I love Uber, because I don't. Like, I don't love Uber. Like, I love Uber from a customer standpoint because I feel safe. I'm able to track my car and have my car tracked, which makes me feel safe as well. And it's very reliable. From that point of view, selfishly, I love Uber. However, Uber also isn't great. They are a greedy corporation. I have been put in many awkward positions, by Uber drivers who, when I get in, their first question will be, "Hi, can I ask you a question?" And I'm like, "Here we go." And they're like, "How much is Uber charging you for this journey?" And I'm like, "Oh, not this." And then I'll say the amount. And it's always if I'm doing like a bigger journey. Like, it's happened before whenever, you know where it always happens? Whenever I'm after a concert at the O2 Arena in London, and I'm going back into the city, because I'll normally go out clubbing after a concert, you know, a couple drinks at the concert, bumping, and then I will, you know, go back into town, which is maybe like a 40-minute drive. And keep in mind, I've done like 3-4 hour Ubers before. Those, I've kind of had this issue as well, but anyways, this O2 one, it must be demand. I'll get in and they'll be like, "How much was this charging you?" And I was like, fuck. So I'll normally say, and it will normally be like £110 or something like that. And they will be like, and then the energy in the car just changes. And I'm like, and they're like, "Do you want to know how much I'm making from this?" And I'm like, "How much?" And they'll tell me how much. And then the rest of the car journey will be them complaining about the fact that I booked the journey through Uber and not like independently. I don't know you. How would this is our first time meeting. And so I can understand that the argument against Uber is that Uber are a greedy corporation who are taking money, way too much money, for doing nothing. Essentially, they are the housing, you know, they put the customer and the driver together, right? And they should not be taking as much of a cut as what they are. They're a greedy corporation. Listen, if there was an Uber alternative that was as popular in all of these different cities that gave a bigger cut to the drivers, I would. This is specifically why I tip really, really, really well, specifically with Uber drivers. I said this to my friend a couple days ago, and this is gonna sound so fucking obnoxious, so just hear me out. But specifically, like, my friend Neve, she works at a cafe, and it's kind of a bouge cafe, and there's like a lot of celebrities that come to it. And she'll often talk about how, like, they don't tip or they tip really badly. And, okay, out of fear of sounding obnoxious, you're just gonna have to put everything aside, because I want to get my point across here. I will always hear people talking about, you know, people not tipping or whatever, and you'll always see, like, TikTok story times like, I served this person and they didn't tip, and then all the comments are, like, outraged, right? I cannot describe to you that whenever I started making money on YouTube, I tip everyone, and I tip well. I tip on every single Uber, and I tip well. I will normally, no joke, if it's a longer journey, I'll do half of what the payment of the car was, or not of the car, Jesus, I'm doing like 12,000 pounds. I'll do half of what the journey, if the journey was 100, I'm tipping 50, and I've always been like this. Or if it's a shorter one, say, like, if it's a 20-minute Uber, or sorry, not 20 minute. If it's a £20 Uber, I'm probably tipping somewhere close to like £10 on it, which I know is still half, but like, it's just I have my settings on it as like the last one. I don't know what the percentage is. And every time I get a coffee, I don't care if it's like a kiosk, whatever, I'm still tipping. I think the only time I don't tip whenever I have an in-person experience with someone is like a retail purchase. But at restaurants, I tip really well. At bars, oh my God, specifically whenever the drinks start flowing, I tip so well that I'm like, I hope one day someone is like, I served that little twink YouTuber who tried to cancel Colleen Ballinger and he tipped me so well. You know, I would love that. I would love for people, this is why I'm telling you, I want people to know that I tip really well. Because I think it's important. If you have the money to do it, I think you should do it. And I do have the money to tip people, so like, I want to tip people. I tip my friends, I tip like, the clubs, Brighton, love me. Bars, Brighton, love me. And the same thing of like the hotel in Dublin yesterday. Like, if I figure out that like, when you like tip on your card that it doesn't go 100% to the person who's delivering the food to your room or whatever, and they tell me that, I will remember that, and the next time I come back to the hotel, like I did and showed you, I will go to an ATM machine and make sure that I have 20s and 50s and 100s in my pocket to tip in person, because I want you to know that I appreciate you. I want you to know, like, you're doing something for me here, and I am paying the corporation that's paying you, but I also want to give you something extra. And don't get me started about the Christmas festive period. I'm just to all workers everywhere. Because I think people deserve it. I think people deserve it. I really, really, really do. I'm fuming. Like, I hope one day there is that. I served Adam McIntyre and he tipped me so well. I just hope. I would love. So I guess my obnoxious retelling of this story is, guys, you've got to believe me. I tip so well. Anyways, I'm gonna finish my coffee. I'll TTYL. Okay, little update. So I am back from shopping. Let's do a little bit of a haul right now. So I went to a couple different places, and let me show you what I got. God, I haven't done a haul in so long. It feels like Christmas morning. So first things first, I went to a really, really, really cute shop in Churchill Square, which is the shopping center. My friend Liv told me to go there so that I could get my jars for making jam, because we are going to be making jam right now, which I'm very excited for. So the shop was really great. I forget the name of it. It should be somewhere here. This is my M&S shop. The shop was called Saustrine Greens, I guess. I mean, this is what the shop is. I don't know if anyone in Brighton recognizes it, but my God, it's in the bottom floor of Churchill Square, and it has everything. It is so chic. Like, it is so chic. It reminds me so much of shops in like boutique LA. I'm like, this in Brighton, love it. I love whenever there's new shops. So I got a little lemon ginger tea, which I'm really excited for. Because again, there's now this thing going around TikTok where it's like a bunch of people are like, it sounds offensive, but like it's this full thing right now where Chinese people are making these TikToks where they're like, if you're watching this, congratulations, like you're now starting your journey, you are now an adopted Chinese person, and therefore you have to start drinking hot tea, hot water. They're talking about the digestion and Chinese medicine and stuff like that. So it kind of, out of context, seems offensive, but anyways, that's the side of TikTok I'm on, so I've been really getting into teas. So I got this really, really, really cute, chic mug, and I love the size of it as well, and it is very thick. So I got that. These are the jars that I got. I got 3 of them. I didn't know what size or how much jam I was gonna make. I also don't wanna be making too much of it as well, but I did just get 2 or 3 jars in case I make too much, because I have a tendency, like when I make pasta, to make too much of something. So I got another one as well, and they're really cute and small. I also got this mug, which I love the size of this one too. I love collecting mugs. Me and my mom are like that. I just got a hairband because it's always practical. So there's like a bunch of things in here. I got these carrot sticks and hummus. I love these from M&S. I got 2 of those. I'm doing frozen berries, so I got a selection of summer fruit berries. I got blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, red currants. Okay, so I got these, but I like strawberry jam. That is my jam. So I got more strawberries. I also got this, I think it's sourdough bread, and it's sliced already. It's out of date in a couple days, so we gotta eat this soon. I also got falafel and hummus. I love these little like snack pots because, here's my strawberries, by the way, because we're gonna be focusing on these. If you know anything about me, it is that I do not cook. I do not cook, I do not make myself dinner. I either order food or eat like snacky things like this. I also got this chicken Caesar salad, which I can have some fun with that as well. The problem is I just don't do food shops, and then I just will eat really badly, so, or just like eat very little. I also got these like little fruit snack pots, so we're gonna eat our little dinner while we are cooking this up. I got apple slices with peanut butter, which is gorge, and I got falafel again with some hummus. And then I got some sugar, which I didn't realize how easy it was to make jam. So you literally really only need sugar, your berries, and then I got some lemon juice as well, which apparently is really great to put in it. And then that is everything from this bag, so I'm gonna put this over here. And then from this bag, I went into HomeSense, and I got a strainer for taking the chunks out of the jam, even though I do think that I might keep some chunks in. I got new cutlery, because I don't know how, but I continuously lose my cutlery, so it's probably important that, hi Woody, that I get some more of that. I also got a little spatula situation going on. And now, this is so gross, so you really have to like not judge me. Well, this next thing isn't gross, but I got this little pot to make our jam in. I was gonna use a little saucepan, but this pot is so cute. So we're gonna be using this, all right? Now you really have to not judge me, but I got 4 of these egg snack pots. Now, whenever I was in America, it was so easy to get hard-boiled eggs. And now, I don't know why, but I have mentioned hard-boiled eggs in the last 4 or 3 fucking vlogs. I don't know what is going on. But in America, one thing that I really love that you guys do that is kind of gross is the fact that you can buy hard-boiled eggs and they literally like last months. Now in the UK, things are a little bit more regulated, so these ones only have a shelf life of like a week, which still is probably way too long. I don't know what the fuck is in here, but this is so handy, so we are gonna have some hard-boiled eggs. But anyways, what I'm gonna do right now is I am going to wash everything, and then we are going to start our jam journey. I'm excited! Okay, it is time. Okay, so to make jam, it says that you need fruit, you need sugar, and you need 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. So first of all, it says you need to smash your fruit in a big pot. You need to mash it so it starts releasing the juice. You want it to be chunky. You don't want it to be like too baby food. And then you add sugar and lemon. You add your sugar and your lemon juice. the lemon will thicken the jam and will keep it from tasting flat, and then you heat it up. Put the pot on medium heat, stir until all the sugar dissolves and starts bubbling. Once it's bubbling, lower to medium-low and let it cook for 15 to 25 minutes. Stir every minute so it doesn't burn. All right, okay, so basically what I need to do right now is, because this frit is frozen, I need to get it down to a part where I can mash it. So I love this little pot, by the way. Also, I have so much to tell you about just being in town earlier, so I'm going to put this on a little bit high heat because I do want this frit to go down. Also, I'm really not gonna do that much measuring here. Also, the amount of sugar you put into it, like, really surprises me. I hope I don't mess it up. So we're gonna take these, and they are again frozen, so we're gonna take some strawberries and put these in. Okay, so I need to tell you what happened. God, I love strawberries so much. Okay, so I need to tell you what happened in town. I also don't know how much to put in. Okay, I'll put, it's just for me as well, and I don't want to make too much. I only have 2. So we'll put, maybe, oh my God, I really don't know. I think this might be a little bit off, actually. Off as in my measurements. All right, so I have a little bit of strawberries in there, and then let's take this summer frit selection right here and put some of this in as well. So these are the other ones, just in case maybe it's too strawberry-y. But again, if I am to order jam, I will always get strawberry jam. Okay, that seems like it should be okay. So again, what I need to do now is get this to like melt down. Maybe I should put some water in it because it feels like this is gonna absolutely burn. Yeah, that is what's gonna happen. So let me put this on here and get this to get a little bit less frozen. So anyways, I went into town today, like I said, and I haven't been in town in a while, and it was disastrous. So first of all, nothing I did, obviously me being the angel I am. So whenever I went in and I was walking into the shopping center, you have to go up North Street, which is like the big hill, and that's where you walk past a majority of shops. Now, I was on the call with my mom, and I could see in front of me like a bunch of kids running out of a shop, like young boys, and they were all wearing school uniforms, and I was like, uh-oh, someone's stealing something. But then as I was walking closer and closer and closer, I was actually seeing what was going on. Yes, they were actually stealing. So I'm now walking past the shop. There's about 2 young boys who've ran off, and then at the door, there is this really, maybe I would say like 13, 14 years old young boy in his school uniform, and he has a bunch of like Calvin Klein underwear like this, and also has a bag of something else. And the security, this guy is going like this, and the guy is fighting back, trying to get it, trying to steal it. So the other guys, they were obviously all caught stealing, and the 2 young ones ran off, but then this one was persistent. And so I don't know what happened. I was told to my mom, I was like, oh my God, I want to stay and watch. And my mom was like, keep walking. So they were stealing from the shop, which, all right, do your own thing, I guess, whatever. Just like unnecessary stress for the workers. But then I did all my shopping, and then I was walking in town, and I went into Sainsbury's to pick up my eggs, because they do the eggs on the meal deal. Okay, these are starting to do their magic already. Wow, that worked incredibly fast. I need you to burn down a little bit. So anyways, I need to turn this down. Maybe I'm already fucking it up. So what ended up happening past that was I was walking into Sainsbury's, and I did my shopping, and when I was walking out of Sainsbury's, like a grip of young boys as well, like school boys, were genuinely terrorizing the security guy. They were genuinely just like up in his face and pissing him off and stuff, and he was fighting with them. And it weirdly like brought me back. I don't know if anyone feels like this. It feels really weird to say, but I started getting like flashbacks to like my school days, and I was like, oh, you know, I went to an all-boys school, so I dealt with, you know, like boys of my age acting like that whenever I was in school, and it always made me super uncomfortable. And I'm gonna put my hands up and say that I am 23 years old, and I genuinely am like I'm scared of teenagers so much. Like, teenagers scare the fuck out of me. James Charles, you can't relate. Teenagers really scare the living shit out of me because they are just so evil, and they think that like the dumbest shit is funny, and it's not. And I really got like crazy flashbacks to like when I would witness, you know, boys in my class like terrorizing like adults and stuff like that. And they really think it's funny, and it's genuinely like this humor of people that like peak in school. And like, sorry to like talk shit about, sorry, I'm just getting a spoon here. Sorry to talk shit about like young people here, but like, it's always those guys who, you know, act like that genuinely peak in school. Like, you know exactly the kind of person I'm talking about who like peaks in school. Like, it's embarrassing to act like that, and I just can't believe that, like, whenever I was in school, you know, the people would act like that, and they still do to this day. It's embarrassing. Like, at that age, I guess, like, young people think it's funny, and like, I don't know, but like, my living Jesus Christ, I get so scared. Like, whenever I'm in town and I walk past like a bunch of teenagers, I hold my breath a little bit. You know what I mean? That is so embarrassing to admit, but like, I really do hold my breath a little bit because they are scary. They have no respect. Like, I'm sounding like such an old person here, and I remember, you know, being younger and like the boys in my class acting like that, and adults being like, you know, you're gonna peak in school if you act like this, like you have no respect and stuff. And I remember even back then being like, yeah, these guys are such dickheads, but maybe then I would have found a little bit more humor in it because I was that age. I never engaged in behavior like that, and I can't believe that like some things never change, you know what I mean? Like generational things or whatever, but like, and it's always those young boys. They think it's so funny just to like disrespect people and disrespect adults, and I'm like, you're doing this to like shoppers, and it's like, if you're stealing stuff from shops, like, I really don't give a fuck if I'm being, okay, I'm just getting this all over myself. It's because I'm trying to mash it. Maybe I need a fork. I'm trying to mash it. I don't have a thing that you mash with. But it just is so crazy to me that like, still that is how like young people act in like town and stuff. And I guess because I'm not from Brighton, like again, I didn't grow up in Brighton, so I never witnessed what like the youth culture, I guess, was here. But in Derry, it was super disrespectful, no respect for adults and stuff like that. And it literally, it's just the school age. And again, I sound so lame right now for saying this because I remember adults talking like this whenever I was younger, and it would just be like a case of like, oh my god, like boomer, or like grow up or whatever like that, or you're so like lame or whatever. I remember being on the opposite side of it. I really, really, really do. But my god, people like that really need to grow up. And it's like, seeing it today brought me back to, you know, being in school and being so embarrassed by people in my class acting like that. And it's like, oh my god. And it's like, I don't know if the guys do it because they think like maybe girls find it like attractive, like a sign of dominance, like being so disrespectful. You know, maybe that is it. You know, maybe truly that is it. But my god, guys, we've gotta, I'm speaking to the youth of today, we've gotta grow up a little bit. We really do. Okay, this is melted down, but because I put so much water in it, it is now really watery. Okay, I'm like spilling this everywhere, so I'm gonna put some more strawberries in this in hope of thickening it up a little bit. I definitely shouldn't have put water in that, but I really didn't want to burn all of the fruit. I mean, that wouldn't be great. I think my ratio is definitely gonna be more fruit than sugar. One thing I've always loved about my Nana is she always has jam in her house. Now, I don't think she ever homemade jam. I don't think that was ever her jam. Oh my god, these fucking puns, dude. I'm so lame. But, my god, I also used to love going over to my Nana's house because she would always have like the best chocolates and all of the rest. Oh my god, she would eat that shit. Like after school, going over to her house would be like my absolute favorite thing to do. But anyways, does anyone else get like this? Or am I just like so lame? Like when I'm in town and I walk past people, the same way that Bonnie is currently terrorizing Woody, chasing after him, you can hear her little pitter patter. It is unbelievably embarrassing how much people younger than me stress me out. Because I was in Sainsbury's and those guys who were like taking the piss with the worker, they were running around the shop, and I was like, what if one of them says something to me? And like now I'm like, what would happen in that situation? Like, what would you do? If a bunch of young teenage boys, you know, they're in their rebellious phase, they come up and they start making fun of you or they say something. Because I was thinking, what am I going to say if they do this? Like, am I going to ignore them, A, or am I going to be like, shut the fuck up? Because then I'm thinking, whenever I was that age and the boys that I knew were doing those things, what did adults say that was like threatening back? And I think it was when they were like, grow the fuck up or something like that. So I fear the day that I'm going to have to like confront a teenager who does something like that. But oh my god, I messaged my friend who has always lived in Brighton, and I was like, what is happening in town today? It is like these young boys are like running the streets today. Like, what is going on? And she was like, the start of year is always terrible. Like, workers hate it, whatever. You know, these people are fuming that they're back at school, which I can sympathize with. That whenever they get out of school and they go into town, like, they just absolutely terrorize everyone. And oh my god, terrorize they fucking did. I could not believe it. Is there anyone like that in your town where you live? Also, if you don't mind me asking and you would like to tell me, obviously, please let me know where you live, not your exact coordinates, but like what cities or whatever, along with what you're saying, because again, I never experienced it in Brighton. But again, I used to never really go into town during like school days or whatever like that because I would actively avoid like the rush. But that would normally be about like workers. I never thought that the same terrorizing that like young people did to like adults in Derry, also like it's just an age thing. It happens here in Brighton too, but my god, it's scary. These people are scary. Okay, so I'm mashing this down. It already looks really good. I mean, I would put this on toast already. Also, because I don't have a toaster, someone did comment, thank you so much, and they were like, you can just put it in the pan. And I was like, God, you're a fucking genius. But yeah, anyway, something very embarrassing to admit was that, yeah, I spent my day being scared by teenagers. Better being scared of them than being in their DMs, right, James Charles? Right, James Charles? Right, James Charles? Motherfucker. See, now I want to put more fruit in this. The problem is I've definitely already, like, at this stage made too much. Hey, I want this to be flavorsome, so I am actually going to put more of the berries in here. Berries and cream, berries and cream. The shop that I went into today, M&S, is kind of like one of the more, like, bougie. Okay, there are definitely, like, way too much fruit in this, but alright. The shop that I went into is M&S, and I never shopped there whenever I was a kid, and I've never shopped there all my life, just because it's, like, it has a reputation for being like more on the bougie side, and all I've ever known of people going to M&S whenever I was younger was like retired people who could afford it. But once I became an adult, I realized that it actually isn't that much more expensive than any other shop, and actually some of the things are cheaper than other shops. Like every shop is just expensive these days. But they're doing this new thing, right? And it's going viral on social media, and if you're not living in the UK, then you're probably not seeing it. But what it is they're doing like a less ingredients thing, where the full marketing of some of their new items is like a box of cereal, and it will be like Cocoa Puffs, but it will be like only 4 ingredients. And on the front of it will be listed what the ingredients are. The full thing is that, you know, they're trying to be like, if you want to buy an option that isn't filled with like chemicals or all of the rest. And they're really expensive. They're really expensive, right? And it's caused this discourse online, specifically with like class and stuff, that it's like, they were doing this in an attempt to be like, here, if you want healthier options, you're all complaining about so many ingredients in your items, here's your here's your options with less ingredients. But they're significantly more expensive, that people are like, well, this is unproductive as well. But it got me thinking, and I was talking with my friends about this, which is like, by the way, I do this to my friends where I will just bring up conversations and be like, I need your opinion on this and now. So you're now the victim of this. But I was talking about this with my friends, and I was basically saying that when it comes to the world in which we live, I am aware that every single thing that we eat or consume is like probably bad for us and is filled with so many more chemicals. Like, I'm sure if I looked at this bread, I mean, yeah, the ingredients list is huge on this. You know what I mean? And it shouldn't be, in theory. And like even my like little corner shop meals that I buy, those eggs that I bought probably have the ingredients list is probably like that, and it shouldn't be like that, right? However, that is the world in which we live, and honestly, I think I care about it less than like probably I should. You know what I mean? Everything we consume has so many chemicals in it, so many things preserving it, so many flavors and stuff like that, that like for a little bit of, I have too many things to stress about enough that I'm not gonna go out of my way to like you know, I'm not eating that because this has so many ingredients. I'm not eating that because it has so many ingredients. And also, sometimes, I just want to go for the cheaper option. So, when this discourse has been happening about we should be eating things with less ingredients and stuff like that, I just think that people are also so unrealistic, but I also think that it always, without people knowing, brings out, like, a level of, like, classism with people and, like, talking down to people. And I'm like, if you're eating, you're doing good. You know what I mean? If you are eating, you are taking care of yourself. I don't want to hear it. Like, I don't want to hear it. Why are we supposed to feel bad about eating things with so many chemicals in it whenever it's truly one of the most common options? I don't want to hear it. Can we just go easy on each other? Again, this discourse has really been pissing me off with people, like, judging people for eating cheaper options and they have more chemicals or whatever. I don't give a fuck. Can we stop it? Can we really stop it? Can we just, like, be nice? Can we be patient with people? Can we be fucking realistic? And also, aside from that as well, the site of TikTok that I'm on is people dishing up dinner. I follow a lot of UK creators that dish up dinner. They do dish up dinner with me and all the rest. And the comments are fucking outrageous, specifically on ones where it's like, feed my family with me. And I was talking to you about how I love this creator called Mama Ray. And she does this thing where she makes her dinner. And she's like, make dinner with me for a middle-class family in America, right? And she makes her dinner and like her, is it called the griddle? Isn't that a dance? It's like a huge grill outside and stuff. And all of the comments are like, I can't believe you would feed your kids that. I can't believe you would feed your kids that. Like, you're not looking after your kids' health and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, and by the way, and it will be like making a normal dinner. And also, the discourse around eating like canned versions of things or frozen things, I see, because this is all the content I watch, I see all the comments are like, ugh, can't believe you would eat canned blank. I can't believe you would eat frozen blank. Shut up! Shut the fuck up. It makes me so angry beyond belief that like, shut up, like genuinely shut the fuck up. I cannot believe it that like I will read 10,000 comments, 10 million comments of people. All right, by the way, I think that this, because it said make it chunky, there's too much water in this. I really fucked up with that. I feel like adding any more fruit would be crazy. You know what, I am just gonna add a little bit more because I'm enjoying talking with you here. But this full discourse, and it's like, why are we blaming people? Why are we, like, let people live, grow up, shut up. Is this 1 kg? Because it said add 1 kg into your thing. I think I've added way too much fruit into this, but you know what? I'll know for next time. I'll know for next time. Also, I'm making 2 jars worth, which I feel like I've already probably gone over anyways. My hands look like I've been at a crime scene. But it really pisses me off, and it's like, I just can't believe that like people, first of all, people have audacity. Like, the audacity that people have to comment, and I get so defensive of creators, I really do. The people commenting on like, make dinner with me and my family, and the comments are like judging what they're feeding their kids. Shut up. Shut up. They're feeding their kids and that's good. They are feeding their kids, and in my books, really, that's all that it matters. And also, there are a lot of TikTok creators that I watch, and they will do like, okay, we, didn't have time for dinner today, I've been working, I've been so tired, so me and the kids are having, a Burger King or whatever, and all the comments are like, how dare you give your kids, you're not looking after your kids' health, you're not whatever. Guys, can we acknowledge that specifically, because again, I follow a lot of single mothers on TikTok, can we acknowledge that in so many circumstances, so many single mothers are overworked with either looking after kids full-time or overworked at a job and doing kids or all of the rest, that sometimes people just need a moment. Like, I just can't believe how much people are like willingly choosing to go out of their way to blame people for their parenting or their style of living. Because again, a lot of creators I follow, there's a woman in the UK, she's pretty big, bigly known in the UK, called Becky Jones, and she is a woman who on TikTok was doing what I eat in a day videos, like come to a restaurant with me or whatever. And every single comment was making fun of her weight, blaming her, all of the rest, right? So much so that she took herself off social media for about 6 months to like a year and came back and is now on like a health transformation or like working out and stuff like that. And it's like, I really do hope that someone like that is doing it because, you know, they something came to them or they want to change their lifestyle in whatever way it was, because these comments are definitely impacting these people's lives into feeling so terrible about themselves that they do a 180 in their life. But like, people should want to do that on their own, and people should be willing to do that on their own. And it's just like, people are so evil, dude. And I really, really just can't believe how comfortable people are with criticizing people's bodies and talking about people's eating habits and all of the rest. Like, this creator, like I said, Becky Jones, she would do what I eat in a day. And you know what's so crazy? Some of her what I eat in a days, she would eat way less than me. She would eat way less than me. And all of the comments would be like, calling her the worst names, making fun of her appearance. Oh, I wouldn't eat that. I wouldn't eat that much. Can't believe you're having this for breakfast. Can't believe you're drinking that with that. And it's like, shut up. Really shut up. I can't stress it enough. Shut the fuck up. It makes me so angry, dude. It really, really, really does. People can be very, 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 very mean and unforgiving. And I just am like, if this creator is eating, in your opinion, too much or too fatty foods or too much sugar or whatever like that, truly, why do you care? You know? Like, you're leaving hate comments on this. Why do you care? Does that in any way affect your life? Does that in any way affect your life? Because clearly, you're not a fan of this person. Clearly, you're not rooting for them. Clearly, so what? You're just there to bully them? Make them feel bad about themselves? Because that's what it is. And corporations do this as well, and people with this full, like, less ingredients thing are doing it as well. I believe that there's an element of shame and making people feel bad about what they're doing with their life, or they could be doing so much more or whatever, spending so much more, and that's what it is. That's what it is. We live in a world where it's like, spend more, you could be doing better, you could be, you know what I mean? It's the same with industries like skincare as well. Well, you could be buying more for your skin looks tired, you have wrinkles, you have whatever. The older I get, my perspective on so many things has changed, and one of them is this like consumerism, making people feel bad about themselves. Because if you make people feel bad about themselves, you can get them to spend money. You can get them to spend money. Weight loss, you can get them to spend money. Are they putting themselves in danger, health risks by doing the things that you're advising them? Probably, but you don't care about that. You really don't care about that. Alright, okay, I feel like I have enough fruit in this at this stage, and there's probably enough liquid in this already to fill both of these. So again, I need to put the fruit in a big pot, mash it a bit so it starts releasing juice. Well, let me tell you something, there's a lot going on in here already. I don't know if you can see that. There is so much going on already. So I think we are making good progress, at least. And then it says, add sugar and lemon, dump in sugar and lemon juice. Alright, okay, now again, I'm a little bit concerned about putting too much or too little sugar in. I was seeing people put like bucket loads, dude, and like, it just doesn't seem right to me. I'm like, is there really that much sugar in? I mean, alright, let me, see, I don't even, see, is that too much? Is that too much? I don't know. Let me mix this around a little bit. See, I feel like I might need more, but then I'm like, is that ridiculous? I was gonna go taste it. Maybe a little bit more? That has to be enough. Like, that truly has to be enough, right? I mean, you would think. So let's put this in. Mix this around. I'm glad I got the strainer because there's definitely a lot needing strained here. And then I need to put lemon juice in. Now, I could have went out and got lemons and cut it and all the rest, but quite like I'm saying, who cares? I just got lemon juice. This works. All right. So let's do this. I normally use this for cocktails. And then let's, 1, 2, 3. Should be good, right? 4. Because this is what thickens it up, right? This is what thickens it up. So, now that we have all of this in, I hope I've got all my measurements and stuff correct. I mean, I should. So what do I do now? Let me look up what I gotta do now. So I feel like I've done everything correct up until this stage. Heat it up, put it on medium heat, stir until all the sugar dissolves. Do I really have to put more sugar in this? Until the sugar dissolves? Jesus, there's no way more sugar. There's no way there's this much sugar in it. Honestly, like, maybe I have put too much. I just feel like I have so many fruit things that, like, the sugar dissolves immediately. The sugar has dissolved immediately. I don't understand what you're talking about. All right, we are just gonna leave it like that, and I guess try it. So, what now? Put it on a medium heat, stir until the sugar dissolves, well, I've got that already, and starts bubbling. Once it's bubbling, lower the medium heat and let it cook for 15 to 25 minutes. Okay, wait, so I need to wait until it starts bubbling. Put it on medium heat. Okay, so this goes up to 9, so I'll put it at 5. Okay, so I'm gonna let this wait until it bubbles, all right? And then I am going to put it on a low heat. Isn't that what I do? I put it on a low heat for like 15 to 25 minutes. Once it's bubbling, lower to a medium low and let it cook for 15 to 25. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so in the meantime, I am going to get a little snack from the fridge. A little water. Cheers, make sure you're drinking water, everyone. So, I really want to try the falafel. I hope I can eat them already. I assume I can just eat these as it is. Oh, ready to eat. Okay, so this is them. I love falafel. Falafel and hummus, I've never had that before. All right, cheers. This is gonna be our dinner. All right. Oh, that looks good. Oh my God. I forgot how fucking good hummus is. And the falafel. All right, everyone. Let's say hello to the girls. The girls are here. I need to give Bonnie a brush. She is shedding like crazy. Hi. Hi. Hello. Hello. Yes, I'm talking about you. Yes. You need a brush? You need a brush? So anyways, what I'm gonna do is I'm waiting for the jam right now, and then I'm gonna package it up, put it in the fridge, and then I'm gonna take the girls out for a little walk. Oh, Woody's coming over too. Oh my God, are we gonna get a family moment? Are we gonna get a family? Yes, you need your hair brushed out, honey bunny. You have eye dust. Can I get your eye dust? Got it. Dolly went and tried to take her chew. That's why. Dolly does this, where if Bonnie's in my lap, Dolly knows that Bonnie gets so protective of her toys. So Dolly will run to pick up her toys so that Bonnie leaves my lap so that Dolly can then be in my lap. Do you want to show them what you got? Do you want to show them what you got? Look, she has her, it's a different one. Hi, Winnie. Hi. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Hi, Woody. Are you starting a fight? Is she starting a fight? What are you looking for? Your tennis ball? That's for going outside. The last time I tried to throw a tennis ball for her inside, I broke my mirror. Well, she broke my mirror, but I'm taking responsibility for it. Hi, Woody. Hi, Woody. Introducing them was so crazy because I was so nervous that they weren't all gonna get along. But as you can see, everyone just kind of coexists, and that's great. I'm happy. Bonnie, you are in a mood today. Do you see that? She keeps trying to cut Dolly off. Dolly, the tennis ball's for outside, honey. It's for outside, I know. I know, it's for outside time. Remember when you broke my mirror? Do you remember? I know you remember. I was fuming. Hi, Woody. Hi, Woody. What? What do you want me to do? I love asking her and seeing. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to tug for it? Oh. Oh, she's fuming. Come on over. Come on. Yes. Oh, clever girl. She's strong. She's strong. Oh my God. She always surprises me. All right, girl. You got it. Go easy on Dolly. Come here. Come here. Come here. We can get the tennis ball when we go outside. We can get the tennis ball when we can go outside. Bonnie, you are strong, girl. Woody watches in disbelief. Okay, so it is now bubbling, which means that I am, by the way, I put more lemon juice in it because it really is not looking that thick. So I'm gonna put it at maybe a 2, medium low. That feels like 2, right? And we are going to set a timer for, I think it was 25 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for, Alexa, Nicholas, set a timer for 25 minutes, please.
25 minutes, starting now.
Okay, great. So this is gonna cook, I don't know which one it is, for 25 minutes. And then after it, we are going to let it cool down. We are going to pot it up. I think I actually have made the right amount for the pots that I have, which is really great for me. I'm pretty pleased with myself. Pretty pleased. Okay, everyone, it is hours later. Let me update you on what happened. So the jam seemingly has went well, and I also did test it, and it tastes pretty much like jam. It tastes pretty good. I was updating my Nana and telling her I was doing it, and she was like, okay, look at you. So I was like, Nana, did we ever make jam as a kid? And she was like, we did not, in fact. So let's just pretend me and my Nana made jam so it feels nostalgic. But anyways, I made that. It has been cooling down on the hob ever since. And then me and Dolly went for a little walk. Obviously, Bonnie did not want to because she absolutely despises activities. So Bonnie was resting in the apartment and me and Dolly went out. Truthfully, we were only out for about 20 minutes because it is way too cold. And when it gets too cold, like it has been recently, Dolly just kind of like stands in one place and it makes me feel really sad because it's really cold. So we went out, we played a little bit with the tennis ball, but then she was kind of over it. So we came back again, I took a shower, and now we're here. So it is currently, at the time of filming this, 7 p.m., half 7, and I am now getting ready because I need to film main channel videos. So this is like how my day normally goes. This is me back in my normal routine now. I know a lot of people always wonder like what I do. So I film videos and immediately upload them right after. That is how my main channel stuff goes. And normally this is how my day goes. I spend it, you know, with the dogs and going around town and just kind of, you know, dilly-dallying. God, I love that word, dilly-dallying. And then I come back, I get like camera ready like this, and then I film videos and I upload them as I go, and that's pretty much the day. Also, I have drama. So obviously, you guys, if you were watching yesterday's video, whenever I was trying to get the passport, there was a delay, and then they said they were stopping making passports, which is why I almost didn't get one yesterday. Luckily I did, spoilers. But they were saying that there was production issues and they've never dealt with this before, and it was like super weird. They like weren't telling us what was going on. So online, the news has just hit that passports that were being made by that office in Dublin between, like, it was like a week before the 6th of January, a week before, and then to the 6th of January, basically any passport that was made within that time didn't have the Ireland the IRL barcode, or like listed as Irish passport in the like important coding. And so basically they have had to recall a week's worth of passports that they made. And so basically anyone who got their passport in the week running up to the 6th and on the 6th has basically had to, you know, get a new passport, which is unbelievable that that can happen. Like a passport, and obviously things happen, I'm not blaming the workers or anything, but that a production issue would happen on that big of a scale and like covering that amount of time, like we're not talking like a day or two's worth of passports. And keep in mind, they make hundreds of passports a day. I saw it in the delay, but also I'm like, all right, there has to be someone looking out for me at this stage, because the passports up until the 6th of January are basically null and have to be made again. When did I go? The 7th. Dude, I don't know what it is, but God bless. There is someone looking out for me. I don't know if it's my Granny Anna, my dad's mum, who passed away this time last year. Anna girl, I don't know if you're looking out for me, but if you are, Queen, I appreciate it. I don't know. I don't know who else could be looking out for me. I mean, my other granny, I mean, girl, if you're up there as well looking after me, Jim, anyone up there, goodness, there's fucking someone. Alexandra, girl, my friend Alexandra, there is someone looking out for me, because there have been a lot of things recently where I have like just missed something bad happening, and I'm like, whoa, that timing was crazy. And also I was supposed to go to Dublin on the 5th and getting my passport on the 6th. However, there was travel restrictions and delays, so I wasn't able to make it. So if I had been on my original timing, I would have been in the dud passport, which means that I would have gotten a passport, traveled on it, and then I would have gone to Japan and they would have denied the passport, because at the Irish side of it, they just look to make sure you have an Irish passport. But international travel, I would have had to have gotten my barcode scanned and it would have been null. Someone, praise the Lord, is looking out for me. And I text my mom about it and I'm like, this is getting a bit freaky. You know, there have been so many examples recently of it seeming like someone is looking out for me. And she was like, this is what I tell you, everything happens for a reason. Because on Christmas Day, we were talking as a family about, I don't know how the conversation started, but it was about us saying that like, we are firm believers in, I think it's called the burnt toast theory. Maybe I'm just making up that it is the burnt toast theory, but my understanding is if you like burn toast and you're delayed, it's saving you from something happening to you that's not meant to happen to you. Or like, if your car breaks down and then you're delayed and you're late for work, but what if something bad happened on the drive to work, or people missing a flight and then something bad happening, or missing a bus and something happens? I really, really, really believe in that. And I don't know how we got in the conversation on Christmas morning about it. I think it was me that started it. I think it was my dad had said something about missing something or something, and I went, well, you don't know what would have happened if you had went. And then it got into a conversation, and me and my mom really, really, really agreed on it. My brothers kind of didn't give a fuck, but me and my mom are firm believers in, oh, I know what it was. On Christmas morning, I was supposed to be in Ireland on the 21st, but I got really sick and had to delay my travels, and I missed my flight, and then I booked another flight, and then I was even more sick and I missed that one, and I missed all of my flights because I was so sick and I really couldn't make the travel. And then I ended up flying on Christmas Eve, which I would never do before because it's Christmas Eve and I want to be home for longer. But I basically said to my family, I was like, when I missed all those flights and had to come on Christmas Eve, I really didn't feel bad about it, because I was like, I wasn't meant to go then. I wasn't meant to go then. And you can look at that as wasteful and like, oh, you wasted the money with flights and stuff, but I really am a firm believer in, if something is not working out, there is a fucking reason for it. And this thing with the passport, dude, the day after a week's worth of production issues is the day that I go. And also, not only that, to make things even fucking weirder, they only made 2 passports on the 7th because of production delays and all of the issues, and I was one of them. Like, someone above is looking out for me, and I appreciate it. I really fucking appreciate it. Oh my god, what is that on my ceiling? That's a bad painting job. Bad painting job on my ceiling. I've never really looked up there before. Maybe that's who's looking out for me. But no, seriously, and again, if I can say that to you, whether you believe in it or not, bitch, you better start believing in it. You really need to start believing in that. Also, it's one of those things that, like, it does you no harm to believe in, and if anything, it'll actually enhance your life if you start believing that if something bad happens, or like, you know, your concert gets delayed, or bus gets delayed, or you're late for work or something, that is an inconvenience, that is something that affects your day. But if you start looking at it like, this is happening for a reason, it will only benefit your life. Also, completely unrelated, I ended up eating all of the carrots and fucking hummus. Dude, that is, whoever thought of that fucking medley, God bless you. God fucking bless you. Alright, that should be enough of patting my face with that, because, I mean, you can only pat on so much. I am going to put on my R.E.M. blush. Which one do I want to put on today? Which one am I feeling? You know, I'm feeling a little bit more pink today, so I will put on this
pinky one. I love this packaging. They came out with like a Glinda palette. This isn't it, but I really want to get it. The problem is Ariana Grande like films all of her promo videos with a huge blurring filter on, so I can never see what the products fucking look like. I wish she would stop that. But anyways, yeah, this passport situation has like, I'm like, whoa. And you know what? The reason I wasn't pissed if I was gonna have to have stayed an extra day in Dublin and all the rest was because I was like, all right, like there's something being planned for me here, you know? I really, really, really am a firm believer in it. And then in that same perspective, this kind of attitude that I have kind of is annoying at times too, because if my friends message me and go, we're gonna go to a restaurant right now, even if I'm not feeling it, I'm like, I have to go. I have to go. You know, the love of my life could be there. My best friend in the entire world I've never met could be there. You know, there could be something so impactful in that conversation that we will have at dinner that I have to go. I literally believe like this. That genuinely, like, I have put myself in so many situations that I don't care to be in because I'm like, there's something here for me. Like, and it's as simple as a friend inviting me to like a dinner. If someone invites me to a club, I'm like, I never used to believe like this about like clubbing and like, oh, like if someone invites me to clubbing, like I must go. But whenever I was in Manchester, and I remember that, living in Manchester, and Colleen mentioned, Colleen had done a comeback and she had done, I think it was fall vlog, and I was so upset. I was so upset, and I was really, really, really upset about it. And so anyways, my friend that lived in Manchester was like, you know, stop being so upset about this, film your video talking about it, and then let's go out to New Union Bar. And I went out to New Union Bar, and I immediately hit it off with this guy that was there, and we ended up dating for a little bit. Not that long, but it was an impactful thing in that moment, and it was a really big distraction, and I'm like, oh wow, if I had not agreed to go out that night, I would have not met him, and obviously that had a knock-on effect with so many other things in my life. But now, unfortunately, someone invites me out, I'm there. I'm there. There has to be a reason you're inviting me out. not that my friends are obsessed with drinking, not that, of course, but like, I really do believe in that. What are your thoughts on that? Do you have any? Do you think I'm stupid? Do you think I'm overthinking it? Whatever. But you know what? It makes me a happier person to live like this and believe like this, so I don't think it's harming me in any way. So, well, maybe agreeing to go out clubbing all the time with my friends, maybe that is affecting me a little bit, but I don't know. But yeah, this passport situation, I was so excited to update you because I was like, wow, we were a part of a greater mission there. A greater mission? I sound like Erica Kirk. Jesus Christ. But anyways, yeah, it's been a pretty good day. A pretty chill day. This is how every day goes for me, pretty much. I practically live on the same routine. I know this is our first day doing it practically together, so you got to see how my routine is. I always like leaving the apartment on my own and doing stuff just in my own little world. And then I'll always do an activity, I'll always get coffee, I'll always come back to the apartment, do stuff, and then I'll go out with the dogs. Like, I always like having my like little moment to me, come back, and then I like going out with them so they get their time outside, but also like I get my time outside as well, because like I really just love being alone sometimes as well. So I have my like maybe like hour outside just dilly-dallying, and then I'll come back, maybe make dinner or something, and then we'll go out at nighttime. And there's less people about at nighttime as well. But my God, I can't wait until the mornings are like a little bit warmer again and the sun is rising a little bit earlier, because I miss going to the beach with Dolly. Like, God, in summer we used to go to the beach every day, and we would just be on, like, sun would be rising, right? We're playing fetch, there's people in the morning swimming. It was the best. I can't wait for it again, and I'm really excited for a Brighton summer again. And I practically spent all of summer in Brighton this year, which is the first time I've ever really done that. I'm normally traveling a lot, but it was really great to spend so much time in Brighton. And I do think that out of everywhere in the UK, I do think, controversially, I don't think you can get a better place in summer in the UK than Brighton. Like seaside town, when it's sunny, it's perfect. Like, you've got to experience it. Well, anyways, I am going to get on with some filming, but thank you for getting ready with me.
Okay, I am now back. Everything has been washed and this has been sitting for a while and I think it should be pretty much good to like be strained and stuff now. So it's like a really good consistency, I think, as well. It's like thick-ish, but there's so many bits in it, obviously, that need to be taken out. Let's do a little taste test of it. It's really good. It's really good. It's really strong, though. It could have probably used with more sugar. Now, to sieve these in, I was trying to figure out how to do this, because, like, this is really gonna make a mess. So, I don't really know what we're gonna do there. I'm like, what if I try and make it, like, into a little shape thing like this, and hope for the best. I doubt this is gonna work. I know that's not gonna work. Maybe using one of my beautiful new mugs first. Okay. So it's in here, so it's a smaller thing to pour. And then maybe trying it like this. No, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Oh, wait. Wait, that is working. It's going, I don't know why nothing's really, why is nothing going through? Oh, nothing's going through. Okay, wait. Oh, there we go. Wait, this is kind of working. It must be thick AF because like nothing is going through. This is gonna take longer than I thought. Wow, I can't believe how thick this is. I'm gonna listen to Fleetwood Mac while doing this. So I will TTYL, but I am gonna be listening to, Landslide. I've been really getting into that recently. Me and my mom saw that live. She started crying and then I got really emotional. I really didn't know how to handle that. And then Silver Springs as well, while I continue to get through this. The thing is I like some bits in it too, that's the problem. And then I'm gonna put this in the fridge overnight, and then tomorrow we will have this for breakfast, because I want it to like sit for a little bit as well, you know what I mean? I'm not even kidding. Obviously, I could be doing this in a way less messy way. I am aware of that. But I'm having fun. This has been so therapeutic. And I feel like I've made the right amount in a batch. Actually, I have a little bit left, which I can see if I can squeeze this to the top. But I'm actually really impressed by the portion control. The portion control at Mucker Headquarters Kitchen here was actually surprisingly good. I've taken the time to get all of the bits out of it that I feel like I'm not even gonna put any back in because that would just be like counteractive. But this has been so fun and like, it's been such a slow process as well. I'm like kind of obsessed with this. Should I get into making jam? Is there different types of jam I can make? Should I start getting into making like chocolate spreads and stuff as well? I'm gonna open a business. I'm gonna be on the TikTok shop. I'm gonna be on the TikTok shop. That's the merch that I'm selling at the London show, March 21st. If you're in London and haven't bought a ticket to it, please get your tickets. We are like over halfway sold for the venue. It's so interesting. London is my like second biggest city, but London people just really don't show out the same way that like Americans and hopefully the Canadians will. But if you're in London, please get your tickets March 21st. It's a Saturday, because I want to continue being able to do London shows, but I'm booking shows independently now, so like if this one doesn't sell out, then we probably won't be back again. So now is the time to get your tickets if you're in London, March 21st. But anyways, I have been absolutely loving doing this. I'll update you whenever I'm done this jar. And obviously I need to clean up my kitchen then, because I've made such a mess. Is this what it feels like to have hobbies? I have perfectly made one jar, and I'm not even kidding, like we ran out of stuff. It just perfectly fit to the top. I am like utterly speechless. That's that person looking out for me again. I'm so excited to try this. Look at it! Oh my God, I made something. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge. I know what we're having tomorrow. Dude, this is just what happens. I'm sitting here, I'm getting ready to film main channel videos, and then I get a text from Neve, and she's like, should we go for a glass of wine? Well, now I've gotta go for a glass of wine. She's texting me right now. I'm fuming. I had every intention to sit down and film. She said, let's go now. Oh my God. So now I'm just eating these to make sure that I'm lining my stomach. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so I said I wasn't going out, but Neve messaged me. I was just at home making my jam, but Neve messaged saying, do you want some wine? And so we're out.
We're still being wholesome.
We are being wholesome. In theory, so we went to Wagon and Horses. We went to a little wine bar, and now we're at another one. So the question on everyone's mind, because we haven't done a podcast in so long, is it has been Neve's birthday.
Woo!
How was your birthday? Tell us.
It was the best day of my whole life.
What did we do? It was a multi-day experience. I call her Bridezilla when it comes to her birthday because she is so on it. I hope to God she never gets married because, my lord.
There's an itinerary. It lasts 3 days. So it's the 29th, 30th, and then the New Year's Eve, which you're allowed to celebrate without me, but I am present.
It's also called New Year's Neve.
Yeah. We went to 3 bars. I had a private bar hired out for myself, and then I came to this bar actually, and we danced at midnight, and then I went out clubbing till 4 a.m.
My favorite thing about the bar that Neve had hired out was Neve had a bunch of people, and the bar staff came up to us literally like 30 minutes into the night and was like, hey, if anyone is doing drugs, make sure that you're not doing them in the bathroom or making sure that you're doing them obviously. Now, the reason that was significant was we were all sitting around with bottles of wine and all of the rest. They saw Neve coming in with her party and they went, she's on one!
Which, to be clear, I wasn't.
Yeah, we were, from their mind, it looked like we were on like a drug binge. We were on our wine binge. And also, I was drinking what were you drinking? I was drinking double vodka Diet Coke.
You know what? I blame you and Lexi.
Lexi did that, not me.
I was with it. I was present. I was not that drunk. All of a sudden, a bottle of champagne gets
Lexi
put in my
did
hand.
that, not me.
And then I say, can we do a photo shoot of me drinking it? I must have had half a bottle. Oh, and then I blacked out.
I got beautiful photos of Neve drinking the champagne. It was beautiful. Lexi sorted that out, and also Lexi got like a good bottle of champagne, but she knew the workers that were at the bar, so she got a really good deal on it as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to the Earth and Stars.
Yeah, Earth and Stars. We'll be back.
Earth and Stars, shout out. But anyways, other than that, how was your New Year's Eve and day? Because we've spoken on the podcast about having a curse, so.
My New Year's Eve, amazing. Best day of my life. I did get a little bit too drunk on New Year's Eve. My New Year's Day was difficult. I don't think I got out of bed until about 4 p.m.
Okay.
And then I went to my friends. He made me food. He was like, come on, Neve, New Year, get with it.
You got it.
But it was not as bad as my hangover on my birthday.
What are your New Year's resolutions?
To party on a yacht.
Sorry, the guy behind has realized that we're filming and he keeps looking around.
Does he want to come to my yacht party?
Does he want to be a part of the vlog?
No,
what are your New Year's
New Year's
resolutions?
resolution is to party on a yacht. If any of you have any yacht parties coming up in the summer, invite me, I'll be there. It can be anywhere in the world.
Well, I used to live at Brighton Marina.
That's not the yacht I'm looking for.
I love a boat.
Big yacht.
I love a boat. Anyone boat?
Boat party.
Who do you think would most likely get with someone who would have a boat? Me or you?
Obviously you.
Why me?
Who have I gotten with?
Do you think my bitches have a yacht? No, I'm saying do you think the gay men or lesbians have yachts?
You know what? I think lesbians.
Really?
Yachting is so, I think anything sporty is so lesbian.
Is yachting sporty?
Yeah, like boating, rowing, yachting.
Well,
all the same thing.
If anyone is watching that has a yacht,
Hit me up.
please get in contact with us. All right, Neve, what are we looking for in our new year? What are we hoping for in 2026? I'm blocking this guy because I know that he is aware that we're recording
We are
him.
looking for happiness, health, wealth, and partying.
Health?
I have liver disease, everyone. Health.
Exclusive.
Health. I've spoken about this before.
Have you?
I don't know.
I don't think you've ever said this on the...
I have liver disease, but it's okay, and I'm allowed to drink.
She can drink until she's not allowed to drink no more.
And so, go hard.
Neve, what are your inspirational words to people for their 2026?
2026 is the year of the horse, and I want everyone to gallop into the year and don't look back.
That was beautiful. Neve's birthday was so much fun. It was again like a 3-day bender. It was a 3-day bender. For real. But it was so much fun. I got drunk as shit.
He did.
I got drunk as shit. We were naughty. We were nice. All of the things that
Did we have a kiss at midnight?
We did kiss
Yeah.
at midnight. Who did you kiss first at midnight?
Hannah.
You know who I kissed first at midnight?
Who?
Okay, fun story. But you guys don't know this, but there was a messy situation that I was in on New Year's, and the person didn't want to kiss me at midnight because we had a confrontation. So at midnight, I saw you and all of our friends kiss someone else, and I kissed no one at midnight except for 30 seconds goes by. Miranda looks me dead in the eyes and goes, and kisses me, and then I kiss Hannah, I kiss you, and I think I said this in a video. All of us kissed each other. You know what? It was a moment of we're all in this together.
Of friendship, of happiness, of love.
But also, do you guys kiss your friends? Because sorry, there's people going by on skateboards. Do you guys kiss your friends as much as we kiss our friends? Because once me and Neve talked about this on the podcast, and people were like, that's a little bit too intimate. How do you feel about that?
We love to give our friends a kiss.
We do. And also, then we had our friend M's birthday, and we got more drunk during that.
Yeah.
How was that for you? Do you
Fun.
remember?
I remember that more than my birthday.
Okay.
I remember all of Em's birthday. Em's birthday was so much fun. We did karaoke.
Karaoke.
That was so good. My birthday, I don't remember. Apparently, I made everyone kiss on my birthday as if it was New Year's.
Oh, yes.
At midnight, I made everyone kiss.
And you know what? She brings people together. She is a bringer of together. So anyways, we are here at the bar. We are sitting, we are drinking, and we are having a good time. And cheers to the Adam and Eve podcast. This is not it, but in theory, it kind of is. Okay, so I think that me and Neve should do our predictions for each other in 2026. So first of all, do you want to say what you told me earlier? I want to give it a little bit of a vibe. I want vibe check from people.
So I told Adam that I think I want to move to Manchester this year.
Manchester mention.
Yeah, sorry not to trigger anything. But I just think I should live in a new city. I've never not lived in Brighton. And Manchester's really calling my name. Lots of queer nightlife.
Yeah.
Lots of like fun bars, clubs that I think it would be fun for me.
And I said to Neve, I was like, I tried Manchester and I'm glad I did, all things considered. Maybe you'll get a man as well.
Excuse me.
Maybe you'll get a woman as well. Hey! I think I'm always for people moving. Okay, so my 2026 predictions for Neve. Let me think. All right, I'm going to take into consideration Neve moving, okay? So in this 2026 predictions, I'm going to say Neve is going to move cities. I think that you are going to get a cat. I know that Neve thinks that she is going to get a dog. I think that you're going to get a cat. No?
No, I don't want a cat, I want a dog.
She wants a dog so bad. But if Neve gets a dog, then how is she going to dog sit Bonnie and Dolly? She run that shit like
my
the Navy.
Niece and nephew. Wait, my nieces.
Well, Woody, I guess. I think Neve's going to get a cat this year. I think that you will try Manchester, okay? What else do I think? Do you know that out of any of my friends, I think that Neve is going to get in a relationship very soon? Out of any of my friends, my single friends.
Really?
I think that Neve is most likely to get in a relationship out of anybody that's single, because I think that, like, you are... like this sounds so bad, the most like desirable meat on the market. Does that make sense? That makes sense, right? Like you're desirable meat.
What does that mean?
Like people want you. Like you're desirable meat. It's not like you're a piece of meat. It's like you're desirable meat.
That's a huge compliment. Thank you.
I think that you're gonna get someone. I think you're gonna get in a relationship. I think you're gonna start seeing someone in April.
Okay.
I think you're going to start seeing someone in April, and I think that you're going to get in a relationship in July, and I think that Brighton Pride, you're going to spend it with this person, but we're all going to be like, this person has taken Neve away from us, so there's going to be a little bit of friction.
Oh!
But then I think by October, it's all going to be great, and your relationship is going to be integrated into the grip, and then by December, marriage.
When do I move to Manchester? When do I move to Manchester?
Okay. Okay, in this scenario,
I don't.
you're not moving to Manchester.
Okay.
In this scenario, you are moving to Manchester. You're finding someone in Manchester. I think you're gonna find someone in
And I
Manchester.
bring them down.
You're gonna find someone in Manchester the same way I find in Manchester. All right. She's gonna find someone like I found the guy from Manchester last time, because I think that being in a new city, fresh meat. And I think that you're gonna get someone.
And there's way more masked lesbians in Manchester.
There are masked les in Manchester. So I think that is gonna be. What else do I think for you? I think that there's something. I'm seeing something with DJing. Something's coming to me like DJing. I think that you're gonna become a resident DJ at a bar, and it's not gonna be a
You know
bar.
I don't know how to DJ.
But you will. It's going to be by October. Neve is going to be a resident DJ at a bar that is like for over 30s. You're going to be DJing.
And I'm the youngest one and fresh meat.
Fresh meat. You're going to be DJing at a bar, but it's not going to be your crowd, but you're going to get a great job there, and then from that something will happen. But that's only this year.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot in store for you, girl.
Okay. Adam's year.
So what's in my year, girl?
I can see your year going one of two ways, okay? So the first half I see for you
Okay.
is you are in your wholesome era, you're making jams, you're going on walks, you know what I mean? You're gonna meet a man who is so wholesome, he doesn't drink, he doesn't go out, and he really rubs off on you. You enjoy this aspect.
I turned sober.
You go sober.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. You go sober, we don't really see you, but you're happy.
Okay.
You're in this whirlwind
I cut myself off from
relationship.
from everyone.
You cut us all off. You're in this whirlwind relationship. You're the happiest you've ever been. You
Love
think,
bomb.
but like, are
Love,
you really?
I love
Yeah.
bomb, okay?
And he's using this like sober language. He's saying that like the way you feel with me, you're only getting this from me. Like you'd never get from anywhere else.
I'm in an AA meeting.
Yeah, basically. And basically, instead of being like reliant on your friends, you become reliant on this man.
That makes sense.
And then he proposes. And
this year?
Yeah.
I would say yeah.
Yeah. And
I would say yes.
I know. And then you have this crazy whirlwind wedding, which
This year?
which none of us
I'm getting married this
we
year?
don't support it, but because we love you, we come anyway. Me and Sinead, we discuss
My
it
mom-
before it happens. We say we can't believe it's happening, but we have to go through with it for Adam. And then you divorce.
Holy fuck, I'm getting married and divorced this
My-
year. What is option 2? First of all, option 1 is I go sober, I get married and divorced within 12 months? What the fuck?
My other option for you,
Please tell me.
you don't date anyone. This is the first year that you actually commit to not being a psychopath.
Fair.
Sorry, heavy word.
She's evil, but she
when
has
it
a
comes
point.
to dating, and
She
you
has a
don't,
point.
You don't like fall in love with every single
I
man.
don't go manic. I don't go manic.
You do your tour. You go around the world. You have fun, casual, little relations that don't turn into anything.
I don't believe option 2 already.
Exactly. And then you come back to Brighton. Hello. How are you? Oh, you don't get with anyone.
Yeah.
You have some fun, casual relations.
Okay.
You come back to Brighton enlightened.
Where am I going? Oh, tour. Okay.
Canada.
Okay.
I don't know anyone.
Australia.
I was gonna say, have you not seen Australia? Like, he goes around, you know. Hopefully I get to see some of those with him. And then you come back to Brighton, and I'm in this relationship with this person, and you say...
Yeah, you're in a relationship.
And you say, Neve, I've seen the light. Single life is the only way to go. And you push being single so much, we don't speak.
No! Your second scenario is we're no longer friends? Oh my god! I could see it. I feel like me and Neve are the kind of people who we love each other so much, but if we both get in a relationship, I think if me and Neve got in a relationship and each other's partners said, I don't want you to be friends with that person, we'd probably be like,
Yeah, okay. And then when we break up, we go, I miss you so much.
when we would break up with a person, we'd be like, I can't believe we ever said that. You know why? Because me and Neve are the exact same person. Me and Neve act the exact same. I just overtly act like it. Neve is a lot more nonchalant with it.
Yeah.
But I think that is maybe in our 2026. Well, okay. what do you want to happen in your 2026? And I'll say what I want to happen in mine.
I want to be single.
Really?
The whole time.
All of this year?
Yeah.
All of this year?
If I was going to get into a relationship, it would be in the next winter.
Which is what, next?
Like, next October.
Jesus, okay.
I want to be single all summer.
Okay.
I want to reach the levels of success that I wanted to reach last year.
Okay.
And,
I can't believe you want to be single all year.
I do. Because I was single this year, but I wasn't really single.
Yeah.
And this year, I want to be single.
Yeah. Okay. And what else do you want in your year?
A new career.
A new career. In what way?
I don't want to work in hospitality anymore. If I serve you a coffee, I'm being forced to.
What would you want to do in an ideal world?
Event management.
Tell us more.
Well, I run events anyway in my free
First
time.
mention.
And I'd love to do that full time because I'm really good at it.
Okay, love. I love.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you?
This year, it's got to be a relationship or it's over. It's over if it's not a relationship. And then this year as well. What else?
You're already doing so much.
I feel like this year I want to get in a relationship and I want to settle down.
So my prediction's right.
I want to settle
Wedding
down.
bells!
I would love to get married so many times in my life that I would genuinely get married next month. And Neve always said that I would throw a killer wedding.
I'd help you plan it.
I would throw a killer wedding.
My first thing on my portfolio.
Is my
Anna
wedding.
McIntyre's wedding.
So if anyone is looking for a relationship, reach out to me or Neve. Anyone looking hiring, reach out to me or Neve.
Wedding planners, reach out to me or Adam.
And we will be there in spirit. And you know what? Cheers to 2026. Okay, so I have now met up with Lexi and we've decided to come to Green Door.
Horrible suggestion, but we're gonna have a good night.
So drunk. And who did that? Who suggested that? Who suggested that? Who suggested that? Who suggested that? Harry. Okay. We are now here at Green Door. We are living.
Do you guys like my lip stain? Or is it a crusty? Let me know.
Do you guys love it? Do you guys love it? Oh! Clip it! Clip it! Okay. We're now here at Green Door. My night with Neve at Wine at 6 p.m. ended very
Neve's a good girl
abruptly.
now, and this is where.
We are now out
bad
bar
is
because I love Lexi. After New Year's Eve, me and Lexi are naughty girls together.
Naughty.
So we're gonna enjoy our night together.
We love you, muckers.
We do.
And we love Kendra.
We love Kendra.
Yo, hold on.
Vlog has been hijacked. OTP. God, I wish you guys were still a secret so I could be like, leaked.
Oh, exclusive.
Harry, who do you have?
Exclusive.
Gonna love and leave you. Goodbye.
Hello, muckers.
Hello.
Adam's feeling so good after a night out.
Feel amazing.
Got a little Burger King.
I feel amazing. We've got a Burger King. You know what, muckers? Let me tell you the truth. Lexi is being a little fucking. Give me the phone.
And
Give me the
Adam,
phone.
and Adam,
Lexi's
edit
being
this out.
a bitch.
Adam, you spent
Lexi-
£90
Lexi's
on
being-
Burger Kings, your fat fucking ass.
I spent 90 pounds.
You spent like 70 to 90 pounds
Fuck
because
me.
your fat ass wouldn't stop adding fucking spicy mayo dips to the order. You added 20 spicy mayo dips to the order to the point where you were asking me to throw them in the bin.
Muckers, she's fat shaming me.
Yes.
Muckers, you know
Niren. I feel like a fucking dog walker. Sorry, my baby boy doesn't know where he's going. My baby boy doesn't know where he's going. I love you so much. I'm making sure my best friend gets home safe.
It's the friends that we make along the way, right?
That's BS.
It is the friends, Niren, that we make
Silly Awards, best polycule.
Okay, so it is so much later. I am here with Dolly, my honey bunny, my honey bunny, my honey bunny, my honey bunny. I am going to love and leave you. I need to go to bed. I had a great night. I was supposed to sit and film, wasn't I, honey? I was supposed to sit and film some videos, but instead I went out with Neve for some wine, and then that turned into me going out with Lexi, and Harry was there, and fucking Niren was there, and everyone was there. But we had a great night. I had a great night. I love everybody.
We had the best time in the entire world. I'm glad I went out. What are you eating? Oh my god! No! No! Boo! Why would you do this? Oh my god! She just ate my fucking vegan royale! No! You're an evil woman! Oh my god! I just ordered Burger King and I was talking to you and she just ate my vegan royale! You're an evil woman! You're so evil! You're so evil! You are so evil! Oh my god, Dolly! I was so excited to eat that. You're so evil. Oh my god. Okay. You are seeing a real moment of having fucking dogs. You are so mischievous, aren't you? You are so mischievous. Oh. Dolly, low key, I'm heartbroken. She just ate. Oh, no worries. You may as well have the rest. She just ate. Oh, look at her, little bitch. Look at her. Go on. What, you having the rest for fucking leftovers? She just ate my entire meal that I was so excited to have. Oh my god. Oh my god. She is so evil. She is so evil. You have no idea how excited I was for that, and she just ate it. That is so crazy. Like, I live in hell. Woody, I live in hell, don't I? She just ate my fucking vegan royale. She just ate my entire meal. Woody, honestly, she just ate my entire meal. Woody, she just ate my entire meal. Okay, no worries. In a moment like this, I find solidarity with my good sister Bonnie. Bonnie, can you believe she stole my food? She stole my food, honey. Isn't that so evil? I have the hiccups. She stole my food. I literally was so drunk on the walk home, and that was the one thing I was looking forward to, and she just ate it. Bonnie, I love you. I love you, Bonbon. I love you, Bonnie. You didn't steal my food, no, but I have a chip for you if you want it. A chip, yes. Oh, go on. Oh, go easy on him. Bonnie is my good friend. She is my sister. She is my mother. She is my angel. I love you. I've never loved you more. I love you so much. I love you. And you know what? Dolly is my enemy. She is my... Oh, she's hiding from me. She is my enemy. I love you, Woody. And Woody is my friend. I still love you. All right, you know, I'm happy you at the vegan royale. I love you. I still love you, but I'm very angry. I'm very angry at you. I love you, but I'm very angry at you. You know why I'm angry at you? You know why I'm angry at you, Dolly? Because I love my vegan royale. You know what I mean? I was waiting all night for that. You know what I mean? I waited all night for that. I went out with everyone. I was very, very, very excited at the end of the night just to have my vegan royale. You know what? And you ate it. Like, you ate it. You know what I mean? Oh, alright, no worries. You don't give a fuck. I need to speak to these girls like they're my, friends. Because we've got to speak on a human connection. Someone commented and was like, Adam speaks to his dogs like they're humans. And I did. When you ate my vegan royale, that made me very upset. You know why? Because Dolly, I don't think that you needed it. You know what I mean? I don't think that the vegan royale that I bought would have benefited you more than what it did me. You know what I mean? Because I was at the club, right? I was at the club. And I came back from the club and I was very drunk. Like 20 minutes ago, and all I would have wanted was a vegan royale. But for you, like, we have dog food here, and I get good dog food for you, you know what I mean? So the vegan royale was, like, not meant for you in theory. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean, right? So I hope that it was good, right? I hope you enjoyed it. You had it. We can't reverse history. I'm a firm believer in what has happened. You know what I mean? You ate it. You stole it. You stole my property. You stole it from me, right? Bonnie, she stole it from me, didn't she? Did it benefit you more than what it would have benefited me? I don't think so. You know what I mean? How do you feel right now? You know what I mean? Do you feel great? Okay. Because, let me look at you. How do you feel? Do you feel good? I think you feel good. See, I think she feels good. I think the vegan royale was amazing for her. That's what, I can't blame her for it. You know what I mean? I think that she enjoyed the vegan royale a lot. Maybe it was your time to eat a vegan royale. I don't like you eating fast food. Why did you eat my fast food? Fast food is for me. It's gross. I don't like when you eat that junk. I like when I eat that junk. But it seems to have done you quite well, I guess. You seem happy, I guess. Bonnie, I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like, what is she doing here? You know what I mean? Bonnie, what is her deal? She stole my vegan royale and all of the rest. It's unbelievable. She needs to be arrested. I'm gonna call the cops on you. Alexa, call the cops. Alexa, call the police. Alexa, call the police.
I can't place this call. If this is a life-threatening situation, please dial emergency services directly from a phone.
No worries. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed. All you need to know is that Dolly stole my food. I'm very angry. I'm going to bed hungry. And Bonnie is my favorite of the night. You know what? I am saying that. Woody, I love you. Dolly, I'm angry with you. Bonnie, you are my favorite. Tonight, she is my favorite. And I will say that. She is the only one that has not stolen something from me tonight. And I'm gonna go to bed. Good night. I'm hungry. But I love you, Bonnie. Oh, no worries. Sorry, am I boring you? You're fucking yawning over here. Time to end the vlog. Goodbye, muckers. Good night.